Hello everyone and welcome back to my video blog. Many of you this year have talked to me and is wondering about will we have another real estate crash because it seems the price has gone up quite a bit and is not so much affordable. So I can tell you that I have gathered for some economists as well as some market timing gurus a few data that I think is based on facts. So I want to share with you six factors that we have to take a look to see if we're gonna see a market crash or not in a real estate. Okay, the first is the number of months of unsold inventory. Number two, the number of trustee sales. Is it increasing or declining? Okay. Then number three, the number of new home construction. Is it decreasing or increasing? Okay. And number four is the sales of existing home. Are they increasing or declining? And number five is the employment. Is it increasing or declining? And number six, for sure, is affordability. Is it affordable? Okay. So, and the last portion, is it affordable? I can share with you is based on a standard 20% down at the median price. So the current median price for California is 435,000 and a 20% down payment. Okay. So back in 1989, that's 20 something plus years ago, at that crash, the affordability index was 17%, 17% in 1989. And in 2006, the affordability index was 11%. Okay, now we are at 30%. So I'm gonna give you one postmark right there, and going back to number of month to sold a home and sold inventory, right? So I have shared with you in 2015, 2016, 2015, we are roughly in Southern California around 61 days to 58 days in 2016. So, actually the number of month for unsold inventory has been decreasing. Okay, back in 1989, where we have also a California recession, the rest of the country is pretty good. Okay, we jumped from 89 is 5 months to 1991 to 13 months. Okay, and in 2005, we have 2.5 months of inventory only. Okay, which is a little bit more inventory than now. Okay, and it jumped to 9 months in 2008. Okay, so right now for the last 2 years, you can see that we are hovering around 2 months unsold inventory, and right now this year at this beginning of this quarter of 2017, I can say that even less, and we have about 1.5 months of unsold inventory. So we have less home for sale too. Okay, so that's one. We have a not exploding unsold inventory. We have less inventory. Okay. Number two, the number of trustee sales, is it increasing or decreasing? We have to be increasing drastically to see a downturn. Okay, and 1989 to 1992, there's a 400% increase in number of trustee sales. That's in California. Okay, and in 2006 and 2008, there's a 1,600% increase in trustee sales. So 1,600 is 16 times. Okay, and now the number of trustee sales in Southern California accomplished in 2016 is hovering around 10,000, 11,000 homes. Okay, and it's down 20% from 2015. Okay, so we haven't seen that trend. Okay, so the trend is good. Okay, and number three, the number of home construction. We need more home construction, not excessively, but very intuitively by the builder. It creates more jobs. Okay, and for overall is a big driver economy. Okay, the number of new home construction over 2 years period in 1989 to 1991 decreased from 161,000 to 77,000. Okay, and the last downturn that we have from 2005 to 2008, it decreased from 155,000 units built to 2008. We have 33,000 units built only. Now we are roughly having about 50,000 units built for the whole California, and then that is pretty much the same for the number of permit pullout is roughly about 40,000 per permit pullout throughout for the last few years. Okay, and this is the lowest number of permits that California has for the last 40 years. We never seen that small amount of permit pool for new building. Okay, and number four is the sales declining or not? Well, I mentioned to you pretty much in 2015 and 2016, the sale has been stay flat. Okay, there's an increase of price somewhat, but the sale has stayed flat. In 1989 to 1991, the number of homes sold in California decreased from 420,000 units sold to 330,000. And the last downturn is 2005 to 2007. It decreased from 610,000 units sold in 05 to 350,000 units sold in 07. Now, for the last 5-6 years, we're hovering around 400,000 units. So there's no increase or decrease. So pretty much, has been fluctuating around the 400,000. Okay. And number five, I'm talking about the unemployment. Okay. Back in 1989, the unemployment was 5%, and it jumped to 8.4% in 1991. And in 06, it was a 4.9%, and it jumped to 9.3%. Right now, we have about 4.8% in California. Okay, so based on the 6 factors I mentioned to you, definitely in 2017, you will not see a market crash, and I don't see a market crash in 2018. Maybe some adjustment. It doesn't. There's no craziness about the price jumping up 20%, 15%, like that. We're probably hovering around, beating the inflation. Okay, so about twice the inflation. If inflation 2%, we will see about 4% in the price appreciation. Okay, so it's still a good market for rental because the number of percentage of home ownership, we're definitely not going to increase. Okay, right now we are 63%, which is pretty much a 30 years low on the percentage of home ownership, and we can predict that we'll drop another few percentage for the next 10 years. So rental will be a good way because more people will be renting than owning a home. Okay, so I love to have some discussion with you, and if you'd like more detail, and then we can continue the conversation. Please don't hesitate to call me. You know how to reach me. And until then, stay safe, stay happy. Thank you.